Hi! It's been a while since I have checked in with everyone, and I'm headed over to my sister's house. Her cat Holster is outside, and she asked if I could go let him in. So I got my partner in crime here with me. Sorry about all of the whining. He's very anxious when we drive in a car. But anyway, let's head over there. And while we're doing that, I'll give you a little update on what I've been up to and how I'm doing. All right, let's back this bluebird out of the car or out of the garage. Turn on some air. It's a little hot. In my garage, it says it's 77 degrees, but I am pretty certain it's much warmer than that. What does my watch say? Oh, 80. Not as bad as it's been the last couple of days. Hopefully. Oh, shoot. I better move my microphone. There, that might be better. The seatbelt was right on top of it. If I'm brave enough when we get back, I'll just do this live. That's how Jerry does it, and she does just fine. So maybe I can try to do that as well. All right, what have I been up to, and why have I not been around for a while? Well, excuse me, I've not really been up to a whole lot. Keeping life simple, just laying low, doing my thing. My husband is gone. He is out of town for 10 days. So he comes back next Thursday. It'd be so great to have him back, because it does get kind of lonely being at home when you're used to having someone there. Last week on Thursday, which I believe was July 2nd, I had my second follow-up appointment with Dr. Quickbear, and she released me from all medical restrictions. I'm very, very happy about that. It's just so nice to be able to do whatever I want to do, get stuff done. I want to do laundry. Maybe I want to vacuum. Oh, what do you see, buddy? Huh? What do you see? Can you hear him? Yeah, just sit. When we get to Aunt Tana's, I'll let you out, and then you can sniff around a little bit. So it's just nice to be able to do whatever it is I got to get done. And but I've also been kind of taking it easy too. Been spending a lot of time on my laptop. I'm thinking about, and I've kind of already started it. I don't know. I guess I don't have a whole lot of confidence when I'm doing something new. And let's face it, I have a fear of failing. I just do. I do not like to fail. That's never a good feeling. So sometimes it's just easier to, I don't know, maybe not fully commit or do something new, because you never know what's going to happen, or I don't know. I guess I never think about how great it could be. I do when I'm starting it, and then I just start to get nervous. And then I kind of stall on my progress. But here's what I got going on. This is kind of what I've been doing instead of recording videos and stuff, which, by the way, my videos are way longer than I ever want them to be. So I'm not really happy about that. I didn't want them to be more than a half hour at most, because I know as a trainer, holding someone's attention for more than 8 minutes is a record. So I do want to try to keep those a little bit more limited. There are other people in the carnivore community that do hour-long shows, or more than half-hour long live sessions, whether they're driving or walking or whatever. Maybe they're exercising, like Erin and Donna Ray, who, by the way, you guys are amazing. They're doing such great things. But I want to leave that to them. And I kind of was hoping if I could just do something a little bit shorter, people would be, because I'm new, people would be like, oh, let's just see what Des is up to, and then watch my video and move on with their day. So I don't know. I'm also a little nervous about doing lives because I don't want to go live when other people are going live. At some point, lives start to collide, I guess. But I'm just trying to be a little respectful. Being newer to the community, I don't want to overshadow or take viewership away from some of the other people that have been here a little bit longer than I have. So just things that I think about. All right, so so what I've been up to is kind of thinking about paving my own way in the carnivore space. So while I am a huge supporter of changing your lifestyle to eating more of the carnivore type of foods, eating animal-based foods, I do really support that. I also recognize that it's not the right path or the right fit for everybody. So, and for me, I seem to be, at this time, there could be others and I'm just not aware of them, but I seem to be the only one that was using carnivore as a way to reduce inflammation with the intent of expecting pregnancy. Most people are doing it to resolve different types of barriers or ailments that they have, or weight loss is a really good motivator to eating carnivore and kind of staying with carnivore. And the results, you can't fake those results. You should see some of the people in this community that have lost hundreds of pounds and are getting their life back. It really truly is amazing. So my goal is, hey, I am overweight. I'm 231 pounds. I'm 5'4". So I'm not the biggest person in terms of height. So having all this extra weight is not very comfortable for me. My body just isn't designed to be 230 pounds. And like I said before, at my biggest, I was 255. So if I can lose a little bit of weight doing this, hey, great. But I am trying to experiment a little bit and seeing what works for me. During the last couple of weeks, I've tried to do some fasting. I tried to do a sardine fast. I made it 2 days. I didn't make it the full 3. I tried to do an egg fast. Again, made it 2 days. Did not make it to the 3rd. So I'm going to try again. I'm not giving up. I think just being newer and my mind is just kind of all over the place with trying to really figure out, what works and what's going to keep me feeling good. I know trying to get a fast done is going to be very important to getting over this hump and kind of getting on the right track. So for now, what I've been doing is I don't deny myself necessarily from having other things, but I make sure that every day I start with electrolytes and then I bring in a carnivore base food as the very first thing that I eat. So it could be eggs, it could be beef, maybe it's butter, whatever it is that I'm choosing. All right, we are here, so I'm going to have to probably let you go. Well, anyway, I'm here, so I'm going to let you go. But I just wanted to just talk a little bit about that, kind of where I'm going and what I'm doing with paving my own way. So I'll be right back. To be continued. All right, we are back. No luck on Holster, the cat. I don't know where he's at, but my sister is out of state and she just wanted me to check on him. So anyway, all right, back home we go. But hey, Max got to do some sniffing and he got to go pee. So that's a little bit of stimulus for him that he wasn't going to get until much later. Hopefully Holster's okay. I'll come back later and check. So, me kind of paving a way in this YouTube community, I've identified that my situation is maybe somewhat unique or new to the area. So I've decided that I'm going to create a Facebook page, which I did, but I'm not like sharing it yet. But I created a Facebook page, and I am in the process right now of using Canva to help me create some t-shirt designs that I will put on Bonfire. My whole goal is not necessarily to like make money or anything like that. I am just seeing that for someone like me, a person who is wanting to get back their fertility and have children, there's just not a lot of apparel out there or a lot of conversations out there that really talk about that. Since I am a Kilt certified health coach, in July, which it's now July, I will hopefully be doing a little bit of coaching with some individuals who are wanting to maybe learn a little bit more about the baby's diet, which is something that's branded by Dr. Kiltz. The baby's diet is falling into that carnivore-like lifestyle. So bacon, eggs, beef, butter, intermittent feasting, and salt. That's what babies stands for. If you want to add an extra I in there, like BEBBIIS, then you could include like ice cream. But the idea is that it would be Kiltz's ice cream, kind of the way he does it, where it's that lower carb, low or no sugar at all. That is the kind of ice cream that he talks about. So those are some things that I can share. Again, this is just a tool, something that might be helpful to people in my situation. And it doesn't have to necessarily just be like women. It could be men too. Because let's face it, infertility does not discriminate against sex. If you're struggling with some type of infertility like I am, and furthermore, unexplained infertility, it makes it very challenging to identify what is the source of the problem and how do I fix it. If you're not leading me down a path like, oh, I have endometriosis, here's what you do to help with that. Or maybe you have PCOS, the polycystic ovarian syndrome, which I believe they recently changed that name to something else now, and I can't think of it on the top of my head. I don't have either of those things, so I don't really have any suggestions or guidance. The only thing I really have that we've been able to identify is, because I'm 44 years old, not for much longer though, my 45th birthday is less than 30 days away, so it's coming. But I'm older, so naturally I have diminished ovarian reserve. I don't have a lot of eggs left. My AMH, anti-Malarian hormone, is very, 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 very low. It's like 0.2 or something. I don't remember. My luteinizing hormone, or is it the follicle stimulating hormone? It's FSH or LH. It's one of those two. I want to say it's the FSH, the follicle stimulating hormone, is really elevated, which signals to doctors that my body is trying really, really hard to ovulate. And so there's a chance that I'm not ovulating. However, my fertility acupuncturist, according to my basal body temperature charting that I was doing, she was able to confirm that I am, in fact, ovulating. So So we still don't know, why am I not getting pregnant? Why am I struggling with this? So the unexplained piece of it, I just was grasping at different tools, different resources, different thought processes of how can I overcome this? How can I make this better? I just don't know like what to do. And that's what led me to Dr. Kilt's with his clinic, CNY Fertility. CNY stands for Central New York, I believe. And he is rolling out what's called the Babies Protocol in his clinics as a solution, again, an option, a resource, a tool, whatever you would like to refer to it as. It's just something to consider, and it's something to try. And in my estimation, going through it myself, actually following that protocol, and then seeing so many other people following the carnivore diet be successful, curing different, again, diseases, ailments, barriers, multiple sclerosis, inflammation, irritable bowel syndrome, bowel bleeds, different things like that, diabetes. There's just so many, eczema, psoriasis. There's so many different things that people are talking about. When they switch to this way of eating, those things start to go away. So it's really kind of cool, and I feel like I need to spread the message just so people have information. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. If you kind of if you want to do it, but maybe bring in just a little bit of carbs here and there, or maybe kind of do more of a keto style, that's fine too. The lesson is listen to your body. And so through my platform, kind of paving my own way in the YouTube space, that's what I want to bring to light for everyone, is just listen to your body. And that also supports my 3 core pillars, which I talk about at the end of every one of my videos: faith, fuel, and footsteps. Have faith in yourself. Know that you can do it. Know that not everything is impossible. Fuel, putting the right things into your body, focusing on what makes you feel good and acknowledging what makes you feel bad. Because if something makes you feel bad, then maybe that's one of those things we should look at trying to eliminate from your diet, or eliminate from consuming more, like on a regular basis. And footsteps is the 3rd pillar, and that is movement. Just making sure that you're getting up and you're moving, you're doing something every day. That's why it's so encouraging to see Grandma Barbara. She goes out and walks every single day. Rain, shine, heat, cold, it does not matter. She gets out there and she does it. It's amazing. It's a routine, it's a ritual. It's just something she does every day. Erin with Booby Goats and Donna Ray, Bacon Runner, those 2 are doing challenges. They do these 30-day challenges. Maybe it's dips. Now they're doing a hula hoop challenge. So it's just fun. And for the month of July, Jerry started this recipe relay where she makes a recipe. It could be keto or carnivore, it doesn't really matter. But she makes a recipe and she posts it online for everybody to be able to see and follow. And then she passes that recipe, or not the recipe, she passes the baton essentially onto someone else. And so it got passed to Amy, and she did her part, and then Amy passed it to another person. And so it's just been really fun to see this recipe relay going on through the month of July. So it encourages different ways of exploring carnivore foods or keto foods. And again, the whole idea is reducing your inflammation, just trying to make you feel better. So, well, I'm back home. We're in the garage. Max, you were a great help, but we did not find Holster. So we'll have to try again. That said, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go inside. Got a few things that I'm going to do. Later, Max and I will probably go on a walk. I don't know if I'll record it, but anyway, I still have to someday experiment doing YouTube and doing a live recording, but someday. I didn't do it today. I was thinking about it, but I forgot. Anyway, you guys all have a wonderful afternoon and love on yourself. Later.